Happy Friday, Wildcats. Today we got episode 9 of High School Musical, the musical, the series, the spring break episode that was promised to us. And I've kind of got a lot of thoughts about this episode. As always, we start with our Wildcat of the week. And that Wildcat of the week is Ricky, which I would not have thought I would say last week because if I have to be completely honest with you guys, which I like to be, Ricky has been my least favorite character this season. Now, I know we've all kind of felt this way, and I do think his writing has been really well done this season, and I also really like the difficult things he's dealing with, both from his parents' perspective and now the breakup. However, I really feel like this was the episode we needed to just address the fact that he has not been the same character that we saw him as last season. He doesn't really care about things the way he used to. His mom even makes the comment that his resistance to change may in fact just be changing, because before he was willing to go with the flow, he was willing to try out for the musical to win Nene back, he was willing to do all of these brand new things. And here we are now, just with him not wanting to do anything and clinging even tighter to all the things that he had before. I loved his awkward conversations with his mom, and I think she was the perfect person to have these conversations. I've been saying all season, he needs to talk to somebody, whether it's Miss Jen, his dad, another adult, a therapist, someone. He needs to go to someone that's not Nene to talk about his problems, or Gina, quite frankly, because there was that whole romantic tension there. So I personally feel like his mom was the perfect person, because a lot of his beef, even from the first season, has been with his mom. Even though his parents getting a divorce is obviously a lot more complex of an issue than just blaming it on one parent or another, in his eyes, his mom leaves. She's gone in Chicago when we first see her in the first season, and then she comes back basically to admit that they're getting divorced, and then she comes back with her new boyfriend. That is really quick in a matter of 6 months in a teenager's life. And so now for him to be spending spring break with her, being forced to deal with her, and having her want to fix their relationship but not really knowing how, there's a lot of really deep things going on there, so that is why I love this episode. And also, Ricky's song, which I guess I'm kind of giving away some of my bop to the top moments, but Ricky's song is fantastic, and it really, to me, shows that he has grown past some of these emotional things, or he has the awareness of the emotional problems he's been facing to now learn how to deal with them better. Ironically, this episode has some of my favorite moments of the season thus far, and some of my least favorite. Ain't Seen Nothing, the song that they do to kind of get back at North High, I loved that. I also love that they are not sinking down to North High standards, because if they had done that, I would have been like, you guys are gonna get another suspension. North High is so trashy. They're gross, not cute. That's not a cute look. It was a weak move. It was a lesser move, and I really like that East High did not retaliate in the exact same way. I love, my major bop to the tops is all of the time we spent with Gina. I think it's become pretty clear to most of you that Gina is one of my favorite, if not my favorite character this season, which is so funny because I recently was rewatching my earlier in the season HSMTMTS season 2 reviews, and I was so critical of EJ and Gina's storylines. Yet here I am, not only loving both of them, but wanting them to be together as a couple. And I love the reference to Andy Mack, where her and this Asher Angel guy, who I was not aware of because Andy Mack is definitely past my Disney Channel years, that they were like best friends in the show. And so the reference of, do I know you from somewhere? And them just kind of hitting it off. I really liked their kind of romantic connection, but obviously I still like her and EJ better. So I just really loved getting to spend time with her in this different place. I hate that she didn't get to make it back to Louisiana to see her mom, but I thought it was a really fun episode, and I liked that the two of them hung out together, and that was just really fun. Again, Gina was able to work through some of her stuff, and she was wearing the Duke sweatshirt. That was so cute. And then EJ showing up at the end. You know, she talks about like the signs and stuff, but him showing up with the granola bar. I really just love them as friends or a couple. And I guess I just want to address, just because I'd like to do it one time and get it over with, I really think it's annoying in this fandom, and I know it's full of a lot of younger people who maybe aren't in high school yet, but it is not uncommon for people of different ages or different grades to date in high school. I knew people in my high school who dated people in college. I knew people who were specifically sophomores, Gina, dating seniors, EJ. So I really hate to like give this any sort of extra emphasis by addressing it, but it's not weird. It's not illegal. A lot of states have a thing called a Romeo and Juliet law where if parents are aware of their relationship, it is not considered weird. Ultimately, a lot of the hatred of EJ and Gina and the defense of he's too old for her, like that's creepy, comes from as a defense to like make another ship look better. I don't want to yell at anyone. I've seen it a lot as a popular discourse within this fandom. It's not as big of a deal as people are making it, okay? That is the last I'm gonna say about it on this channel. So I have some scream moments for this episode. The Zoom thing, although funny, and although it addresses the fact that we've all been doing Zoom school for this past year, it wasn't like my favorite part of the episode. It was really well done and really well written, and I think a lot of it played off well, and FaceTime is kind of something that's been used within the show quite a lot, so I'm not surprised that they would bring Zoom into it, and obviously Miss Jen would be like, I'm gonna be here all day, so if you guys want to like pop in and chat, like we can. A lot of the other parts of the episode were better, so I wasn't as interested in the Zoom stuff. And then Nini's storyline. I don't really feel like she's letting go of Ricky in the proper way for him to move on or for anyone else to like have a relationship with him. Not saying specifically Gina, but Nini needs to let go of Ricky as much as Ricky has let go of Nini. I feel like there's an imbalance there, and Nini thinks she's okay with it because she's the one that's got the music and stuff, but that muse and that inspiration is starting to run out, and as soon as it runs out, I don't like the fact that she's like not relying on her friends and is ready to get rid of Ricky, but I don't like the fact that she's not trying to make Ricky and the music work at the same time. I don't like the direction Nini is going. However, this show has proven to be very good about character arcs and changes and kind of the roller coaster of emotions that we all experience with this show. So I really like that. And obviously, it's not bad, but the awkwardness of everyone kind of addressing or trying to beat around the bush of Ricky and Nini breaking up, I thought that was really great because that is how it's like in high school. You're not really sure because someone seems to be doing well. You don't want to bring up the fact that they and their boyfriend or girlfriend just broke up, but you kind of feel like a jerk if you don't address it. So that's that. And last week I forgot to do my major takeaways, which is like my new segment as opposed to ratings. This episode was not my favorite. I think it had really strong points and points I didn't like as much, but nonetheless, it was a great episode. But my major takeaways are I love EJ and Gina as individuals and in potentially a romantic relationship. I do really think this Asher Angel guy is just, Jack is just a guest star. Maybe he revisits eventually because he's obviously in the Disney bubble, so he could pop in, but I highly doubt with him being from Denver that he comes back and really causes more problems. I thought this was a really, really delicate, nice way to do a little love triangle or love square between Gina, EJ, and Ricky and Jack, but I like that they're all kind of not bumping into the same timeline. Like, she sees Jack when she's alone at the airport. EJ is kind of the longer span, and then Ricky, like, it seems like she hasn't really had much interaction with him since the beginning. So that's it, what I really like about the direction of Gina's love life. And last, I'm not looking forward to Nini next episode. Nini now has no right, as Ricky's potentially ex-girlfriend, to get mad at Gina for something that didn't even happen, that it wasn't really even from Ricky. I'm so excited for the next 3 episodes though, because there are only 3 left. I think they're gonna be bangers, and I can't wait. But what did you think about this week's episode of HSMTMTS? Let me know in the comments down below. I wanna know. And a couple announcements for the weekend. So we've done 3 weeks of HSMTMTS live streams, and I love doing them. This week, I do not know if I'm going to be able to do a live Saturday or Sunday this weekend. I promise it will come. At latest, it will be Monday, but just kind of be on the lookout. That might be a last minute thing, and it may be a little short of a live stream, even though I want to get chatting with you guys. So that is the update. It will be coming, don't worry, and we can obviously chat in the comments down below while we wait for that. But have an absolutely amazing weekend, guys. Enjoy it, and I will see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.